What's up, political vigilantes? I'm Graham Elwood. You're helping make Gotham great again. Yeah, shave your knuckles for justice. That's why you're here. Getting your news where they're not going to lie to you. Me, it's just me. Corporate media likes to lie to you. They like to mislead you. And we've been covering the Jeffrey Epstein case. So what just happened, a federal judge, now that Epstein's dead, basically made it so none of his co-conspirators, Sarah Keller, Ghislaine Maxwell, none of them can be charged. And his victims will not get cash damages from federal government over controversial non-prosecution deal, the judge says. A federal judge in Florida ruled Monday that victims of the late accused sex predator Jeffrey Epstein will not get monetary damages from the U.S. government. So what happened back in February, a judge ruled that the government had violated her rights and the rights of Mr. Epstein's other victims. Judge Marro ruled that the CVRA case closed as a consequence of his death. Isn't it great how the ruling class just lines up? I found out about this today because Whitney Webb, who I've had on the show several times, tweeted me directly to let me know what happened. This was her tweet from today. So Julie K. Brown is a journalist with the Miami Herald, who they've done a pretty good job of covering this. Breaking federal judge rules effort to throw out non-prosecution agreement in Jeffrey Epstein Florida case moot in the wake of Epstein's death. In other words, federal judge rules that Ghislaine Maxwell won't ever be prosecuted because Epstein is dead, and corrupt government lawyers who approved the sweetheart deal didn't mean to be corrupt. Another point from Mossad. So he got that sweetheart deal by Acosta, who was then appointed by Trump, right? So any of this like Trump and William Barr, they're taking down Clintons and Epstein. No. Trump is an awful pedophile predator, just like Bill Clinton. So let's be real clear here. Do not think that Donald Trump is not part of the ruling class and not part of this awful Jeffrey Epstein pedophile sex trafficking ring. Acosta, who gave Epstein the sweetheart deal, okay? Where he had to serve 13 months and he got to be gone 12, 13 hours out of the day down in Florida. So what this case was is then the victim said, well, wait a minute, you didn't tell us that he got a sweetheart deal, so you lied to us. So they tried to sue the federal government. And the judge today said no, basically. So what Whitney Webb is pointing out is that the federal judge basically just is protecting the powerful. So when she put this somebody else tweeted this story, how a ring of women are allegedly recruited girls from jail. Now I covered this, the recruit or groomers, these awful, a circle of Mr. Epstein's girlfriends, employees, and other associates faces scrutiny in the sex trafficking world. Now, somebody else tweeted then that because of this article, that actually the state of New York can still prosecute, can still pursue these four women. According to this article, these four women, Sarah Keller, Leslie Goff, Adriana Ross, and Nadia Markakova, can still be subject to criminal charges in Manhattan. The United States Attorney's Office has said it is not bound by the Florida agreement. Well, let's hope they do something about it. Because to me, it just seems like a federal judge at the behest of the ruling class, and who knows who's in the Jeffrey Epstein's black book, just said, sorry, victims. Sorry. You don't get any justice today. How come Ghislaine Maxwell hasn't been charged yet? She has not been charged. So let me tell you something, attorney's office in Manhattan, If you're not bound by the Florida agreement, then do something about it. I know you have enough evidence. Don't tell me that you don't have enough evidence. I know you do. So this William Barr, we're supposed to trust William Barr. Acosta, who was appointed by Trump, stepped down. I mean, we know Bill Clinton was on his plane 26 times, the Lolita Express, and yet he said he was only on 4. So Bill Clinton's already lied. Donald Trump is really good at distracting people, right? Really good at distracting people. Did you notice when all the Epstein stuff came out, right? That's when Trump said those racist things about Omar, and everybody went out, oh, Trump's a racist, Trump's a racist. Everybody stopped talking about Trump's connection to Epstein. So this is the ruling class. The ruling class controls both parties. The ruling class has no jurisdiction. They're all over the world. It's not just America. This is Prince Andrew, right? How come he hasn't been charged? How come the British government isn't involved in this? Because they're a part of it. They're a part of it. You saw my interview with John Kiriakou about how it's not out of the realm of possibility for a CIA agent to use kids to trap somebody or whatever. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So if it's not out of the realm of the possibility for the CIA, it's not out of the realm of possibility for Mossad or MI6. Let's say this again. In other words, federal judge rules that Ghislaine Maxwell won't ever be prosecuted because Epstein is dead, and corrupt government lawyers who approved the sweetheart deal didn't mean to be corrupt. The judge just gave this lip service. Like the Criminal Victims Act, victims are coming forward and this is a good thing. Yeah, that is a good thing, but why is there a consolation prize when Ghislaine Maxwell gets, and these other women get to walk free? And everybody else, Dershowitz, Bill Richardson, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, why are they all free? All these Epstein women who knew about this, because it's everywhere. That's what's so horrifying about the Epstein case. It's not isolated. It's not like, oh, Penn State University, boy, it was just Joe Paterno and a couple people there covered up what Sandusky was doing, or just this Catholic church, just Boston, or this one. No, it's everybody. And they've got control over a judge in Florida, a federal judge in Florida. I'm done with the ruling class. If I was president, here's my presidential platform. I would jail the ruling class. I would absolutely jail the ruling class. They would be guilty. The 99%, they get due process, innocent until proven guilty. And I would keep Guantanamo Bay open just so I could waterboard Ghislaine Maxwell. That's what I would do. I would waterboard Ghislaine Maxwell in Guantanamo Bay. Absolutely. And I would lock up Trump, the Clintons, anyone involved in this. Locked up. You know Ghislaine Maxwell, who was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding 2 years after she settled out of court with 2 women that accused her of raping them and trafficking them? When they were women when they made filed the charges, but they were assaulted when they were children. So Ghislaine Maxwell is a pedophile and a sex trafficker. So that's the ruling. That's the socialite gal pal that the media keeps referring to. There's the ruling class for you, folks. There it is. Right there. If I was president, I would lock up the ruling class. And I would put them in Guantanamo. I would keep Gitmo open just to waterboard billionaire sex traffickers and their gal pals. Yeah. That's what I would do. And then I would make anyone committing any crimes against the environment, I would call them terrorists, and I would use the War Powers Act that gives the president, that's what I would do. I would just start locking people up. You know, that's that. Because this is what they do. So thank you, Whitney Webb, for telling me about this. And we'll keep following. I hope they prosecute these 4 women. I don't see it happening, though. I just see the ruling class getting protected. And really what this is, I mean, this is the judge, you know, this is like them spitting in our face when Ghislaine Maxwell had that CIA book at that In-N-Out burger, whether that was staged or photoshopped or whatever. She put that out there to say, nothing you can do about it. You can't catch me. Kiyako said this has to be Mossad with regards to some type of involvement in Epstein's either death or extraction. Jeffrey Epstein didn't commit suicide. The tentacles of this go across every country, every rule, every powerful person is somehow involved in this, knew about it, turned their back the other way, profited from it. All these fake modeling agencies. Trump has fake modeling agencies. The modeling industry is horrifying. And all this Epstein stuff, we know it has to do with trafficking. So that's the ruling class, guys, and that's how they control everything. Thanks for watching. This video will almost absolutely get demonetized. Please support what I'm doing. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood. For $5 a month, you get bonus content. And you're supporting what I'm doing. Think about $5 a month that you waste on something. Don't give it, you could give that $5 to a corporation like, you know, Starbucks or Coca-Cola or whatever, and instead you could just give it to me. So I can bring stories like this because they're not covering this in the mainstream media. Or they will, like CNBC covered, but they just, well, this is the judge's ruling. And they'll kind of couch it like it's kind of a victory for the victims, but they won't go into the specifics of how now Ghislaine Maxwell's protected. That was in the like 15-page document that the judge ruled, but the media won't cover that part of it. Do you see what I'm saying? So support what I'm doing so I can keep bringing the truth out there, everybody. Go to GrahamElwood.com for all my tour dates, rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Like, share, and subscribe. YouTube is back to their tricks of unsubscribing people. I'm stuck at like 52,000 subscribers. We went from 20,000 to 52,000 in 6 weeks, and now we're at 52. So join me on the road, folks. I'll be in Moscow September 20th, St. Petersburg September 28th, Down Under with Ron Placone in November, Australia, and we're adding more dates all the time. We just added Tucson, Seattle for 2020. Go to GrahamElwood.com, and thanks for watching.